Hello to you. Hi. Good morning. It's 9:20 a.m. currently where I am. EST. Okay. It is what day of the week is it? Monday. Most of everyone's beginning of the day of the week. For me, I this is like the end of the week for me. I start my weeks on like Wednesday. And Tuesday is my turnaround day. I have my off day on Sunday. I set up my week so that it works for me. And honestly, that's what this whole journey that we're on is about, making your life work for you. And we are now on day 8 of the free 30-day Get Ready for Change challenge. Now, I'm sure you did day 1, you did day 2, you did day 3, you did day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, right? And now we're at day 8, and you're like, "Okay, day 6 and 7, we did a good bit. So, are we still gonna keep doing and diving into so much?" Yes, we're gonna keep diving into more and more every day. So that, you know, this whole experience that we're each individually experiencing. You can process yours, I can process mine, and we can come up with versions of reality that make sense and that work for us. Because what a lot of people don't say or don't realize um, is that the way that we see the world is just our reality. That's literally just the way we see the world. Everyone sees the world differently, which means everyone has a different reality. Now, of course, there's just what actually happened, but generally, most people don't actually focus on what actually happened. They focus on their reality, their perception of what happened. So, that's also a lot of what these prompts help you get into, to actually start diving into, you know, separating reality from your reality. And today's prompt specifically, I'll go ahead and share it. We've got day 8. Well, actually, yesterday's prompt, I want to talk about it a little bit because yesterday's prompt definitely, we did a good bit of just figuring out basically your purpose. Like, why are you even choosing to follow yourself? And why are you even choosing to take this journey? Like, what does this even really mean to you? So that's really what day 7 was about. The whole first week really was just getting into the habit of things, also starting to understand that you have power to change things, you have power over your life. And the last thing that, was mainly focused in the first week is just understanding analysis and going back to what happened before so that you can see where these different versions and these different ideas came from, these different sets of truth that cloud every action you take in your life. And it seems like, no matter what I do, I keep ending up back in the same place. Well, that's what we're doing. We're going and we're stopping the cycle, we're breaking the cycles, we're breaking the patterns, and we're figuring out how to go and pivot, how to change course, how to choose lanes that work for us instead of lanes we've been placed in or lanes we were taught to run, to do. Okay. So day 8, here we go. Day 8 is when we start actually feeling ourselves and how content we are with the different aspects of our life and coming up with action plans to get to optimum contentment for each aspect of our lives. Okay. And on day, I believe it was day 5? Nope, day 4. Day 4, we listed all the different aspects of our life and highest to lowest priority. So if you haven't done days 1 through 7, definitely go back and start with day 1. Day 1 and 2 can be done kind of in the same day. Everything else one day at a time, or you will be overwhelmed, like for real. Okay. Day 8. Day 8 is today. Day 8 of the free 30-day Get Ready for Change challenge is today, do a wellness check and gain a new understanding of how to feel self. For each aspect of your life, you're going to rate your peace with it or your contentment, your satisfaction on a scale of 1 to 10. You're going to give a brief summary of your recent actions, state your goals and vision, and finally, how you can bridge the gap for every single aspect of your life, for each one individually. Just start with one. And the one that I'm going to share, uh, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and share my fitness and nutrition goals because that's the one that like feels pretty like standard. Most of everyone kind of has some sort of fitness or nutrition goal, whether it just be I want to make sure I walk every day so that I'm not a lumpy human who does nothing and then my bones don't work anymore. So yeah, where I'm gonna go through how you would do this with a fitness journey. And you know what we're also gonna do? I'm gonna type it on the screen so you guys can actually see everything. The first thing you do when you complete every single daily challenge is write down the prompt. You're gonna write down the prompt. Now, if you've been here before, I'm sure you've been writing it down as I've been talking. Um, and if you're coming from Instagram and you were just following along there, we do have a process here where we start to analyze things and we start to analyze your answers so that you can understand the full impact and actually gain as much as possible from each of these prompts. All right. So while y'all are still writing that, I am gonna briefly talk about my history with fitness and nutrition. Nutrition wise, I actually have been pretty good nutrition wise. I'm a researcher at heart. I'm also neurodivergent, so I just like facts. And used to do a lot of research, especially in like middle school, on just the different food groups and things, especially after I went vegetarian. I went vegetarian in like seventh grade after a school trip and decided that, you know what, I'm actually going to make sure I pay attention to the food groups I'm getting and make sure that I actually feel good with what I'm eating, make sure I'm getting enough of my food, enough macro and micronutrients. Like I was very into it. Um, and I wasn't doing like calorie counting or anything like that. It had nothing to do with weight loss. I was just very interested in the nutrition of food because I also grew up watching the Food Network channel. I love to cook, I love to bake. So it was just something extra interesting to me. Now that I am an adult after years of college and just being in different spaces, being around different people, there's different habits that I've picked up that I don't really want to keep. There's some habits that I've picked up that I'm like, oh my God, that's great. I'm going to definitely keep doing that. So I would say one of the habits that I picked up that I'm definitely letting go and releasing is I I used to always make sure, or not even make sure, it was just something that was. I always had like my food ready, whether it be for like just that one day or the whole week. I always had my next at least literally 6 meals. I had my next 6 meals planned and ready. They were in the fridge or they were ready to be heated. Like whatever it wasn't going to take me longer than 5 minutes to get it together so that I can eat it. Because for me, as someone with ADHD, I do get not only analysis paralysis, thinking about what option to choose, but there's like the stopgap of actually getting into the motion of doing the activity. So, and for me, when I'm cooking, it's more of a mindfulness activity. I really actually really get into it and it's just me meditating while I'm cooking and I love to do it. So that's where I am with, that's the history of nutrition. Fitness wise, I started fitness like for real in like 6th grade because our 6th grade and 7th grade like gym classes. You had to take gym, it was mandatory, but you could choose to take like a inside of our gym class, there were like different versions of it. And you could either do like weightlifting or you could just do the regular class. And I think there was one more. I don't remember what it was, but I opted to do weightlifting usually. And I actually really love weightlifting. After I got into weightlifting, I got into yoga. After I got into yoga, it was just yoga. And I started in college doing more just fun, vibing, dancing. When COVID hit, I became a gym rat, okay? I became a gym rat and a food girl. Like I was just cooking and going to the gym, and there was nothing else like besides people watching outside the window from the dog park in front of my old apartment that I lived at. So um, yeah, that's my history sort of with fitness and oh, I didn't even finish. When I was in that COVID era, I did a lot of cardio. I didn't realize I was doing so much cardio, but I was just finding things to do to like be to not just waste time, but like something to I was excited by the novelty of just trying different exercises, different machines. Me and my friends would go to the gym and make up exercise routines. So that's my history during COVID. After COVID, I literally completely stopped like working out. I completely stopped paying as much attention to my nutrition. Like I started picking up bad habits. And there were definitely factors around me. I put myself in certain environments that didn't allow for me to be able to get what I needed, which was something I didn't even understand at the time. Okay. Hopefully, you guys have finished writing down day 8 by now, and we will go ahead and start answering it. Okay, I'm actually just gonna scroll down and show you guys how you would do this. So you wrote down your prompt, day 8, and then you would go your answer. Excuse me. So I'm talking about fitness and nutrition. Okay. Now, for fitness, on a scale of 1 to 10, my peace with it, I'm at like a 3. I feel like I'm currently at a 3. Uh, Nutrition, oh, we're doing better. I feel like I'm at a 5.4, 5.4. Me personally, I like to use the decimals. You could just use straight numbers if you want, but for me, I feel better about it if I do like it just gives it's more exact to me because it feels like it's really 5.4. It's not 6, it's not 5.5, it's 5.4. So that's where I am with my nutrition, how I feel with my satisfaction and my peace in terms of where I want to be. Now I have to define where would I actually want to be. The goal, let me hit and vision, and then how to bridge the gap. Okay. So this is literally what you would write as you're like doing it yourself in your journal. All right, perfect. And now, okay, fitness, goal, and vision. I do want to be able to go back to I used to do like 3-hour like gym routines. I want to be able to do that again, but I don't want it to be my consistent routine. I want to do more of like an hour and a half routine. I have a lot of energy, and if I don't use it, it just stays stored up in me and I don't do anything with it. So I very much would like to get on that because I also feel like it brought a certain clarity to my mind as well, which of course it does. Moving your body and exercise is like scientifically and anecdotally proven to better your life, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I want to be able to do my 3-hour, like they were intense sessions too, intense workout sessions. And then I also want to be able to do um daily 1 to 1.5 hours of ooh uh fitness, including breath work. So like breath control and breath work. I used to incorporate it more when I would only do yoga. Now, uh once I started in COVID, started incorporating it just in every single aspect because we were using masks. Like I was using masks in the gym sometimes when it wasn't just me and my friends because we were our little COVID bubble, the four of us. And we would still like cook and eat together. It was just the four of us. Um, but yeah, I was doing some breath work with that. So I want to incorporate my breath work again, make sure I have breath control when I'm working out. How to bridge the gap of where I am to where I see myself is a daily increase in activity by 10 to 15 minutes until desired time is achieved, then repeat desired time uh daily with conditioning days as 3-hour workouts. And by 3-hour workouts, I also mean like I could go take a hike. Like I could literally just go take a hike out somewhere for like 3 hours. Or I could be um I could do like my at like a 30 to 45-minute yoga one morning, and then I decide I'm gonna like listen to music and dance a lot for like the evening for like an hour. And then there's like um a daily walk or something that I also go on. So that also counts for like just regular daily activity, but conditioning days are like hardcore. I'm in here for 3 straight hours, I'm doing something. Like I'm literally working out. So yeah. Okay, that's how I would bridge the gap. And then one thing that I really have to pay attention to for me to be able to bridge the gap is I have okay, must be well fueled. And by that, I just mean water, food, and electrolytes. Or I literally won't work out because my body, like my brain and my body knows I don't have the energy, I don't have the resources in it, resources for it. So my body won't do it. Which is also why I was like, okay, nutrition, we definitely need to up her a little bit to make sure that we can get where we want to go. So with this, there's still okay, right now where I am, okay, where I physically am currently staying, it literally won't be able to go above a 7. So, uh just to ensure that I still am conscious of the fact that I'm in a space that limits how high it can go. Hmm. The goal is okay. The goal for sure is making sure I have my daily fruit and water needs. Because if I don't have my fruit, then I don't like my brain definitely doesn't function. Like it will start going into dark places. So I have to have my fruit. I gotta have some, especially berries, some antioxidants and things like that. Those really help a lot. Um, Blueberries specifically. Those are also just really good for mental health in general, I believe. Um, Making sure I have my daily fruit and water needs. And then, oh, ensuring yeah, I do want my 6 meals prepped like before, ensuring 6 meals prepped at a time. I believe right now I do have 6 meals pre-prepped. There's like there's pre-prep and then there's prepped and then there's reheatable and then there's completely like just ready as is. So For me, I want 6 meals prepped, not pre-prepped. I have about 6 meals pre-prepped in the fridge, which means, like, I'd still have to do something, like, really do something with it to cook it, like, it'd take me at least 30 minutes to do something with it. Um Prepped means it's gonna take me 15 minutes or less, and that just right now, we don't have a microwave, and I don't really care for microwaves, so reheating when I don't wanna wash dishes is through the oven, which is why it's like 15 to 10 minutes depending. Um, yeah. Okay, bridging the gap. How would I bridge the gap here? I, uh I'm not really allowed space to meal prep, so there's not really too much I can do in terms of the meal preparation other than, continue to organize my shelf space, uh, in fridge, purchase fruits bi-weekly, and by bi-weekly, I mean twice a week. Because bi-weekly can mean twice a week or every other week, which is kinda wild. And then what's another oh, the water intake. Okay. Um, I need my other cup, a new cup with a straw. Because when I have a straw, I drink it better, and when it has to be more than 40 ounces because my brain, once I get to the half point of my resources, I realize I start using less. Actually, once I get to about, um I would say 33% used of the resource, my brain is like, "Okay, you need to just add more." So, I'll literally have, like, both of these cups, but I won't, drink the whole of either of them. Instead, I'll literally just drink, like, almost all of one, like, down to here, and then, um I'll just refill it back up. But if I drink both of them all together and then I try to like fill it up, I forget to even fill it up. I forget that water exists because I didn't even see that, oh, I ran out of water. I just see empty cups. So I have to do my water a specific way. This is also what this challenge is here for, to help you learn about yourself and respect the things you know about yourself, no matter how quirky they seem or how different they seem or how unnecessary a step or a process may seem. If it works for you, it works for you, period. That's all you need to know. Okay. So, new water cup, extra large with straw. Okay. So that's how you would do that, and you're gonna do it for every single aspect of your life. It doesn't actually take that long if you are already kind of clear on the goals and the vision. Um, oh, I forgot to write my recent actions down. I said them, but I didn't write them. Recent actions, light, daily, dancing, or walk every other day. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done it every day. I really haven't been doing anything every day right now. Except, well, so far this challenge I've been doing every day. And breathing, we always do that every day. Okay. What actions have I been taking with my nutrition lately? Oh, I've been doing every 3 days meal prep, which, like, is way too much for me personally to be able to maintain and keep up with. But, the amount of space I'm allowed to use, I'm not really able to meal prep my 7 to 10 days like I prefer. So, oops, meal prepping twice per week. Oh, I'm meal prepping twice per week, and I'm, like, still actually cooking, like, 5 days out of the week. That's why it's not, like, it doesn't really, like, I'm just working with what I'm using right now. I'm working with it. Okay. All right. Now that we've finished what this is what you would have once you finish answering. So you'll have the aspect of life. One. That's the first aspect of life. Oops, why you do that? Now I have to scoot them all over. Okay. And this is the second. Okay. Now once you do that, if you're looking at your goal or you feel like you didn't actually come up with a good plan that's going to help you bridge the gap, go back to bridge the gap and figure out a way to literally go from A to B. If you have any questions about how to go from A to B, depending on what it is, we might be able to help you here, me personally, and then, other viewers might be able to share their experience with a specific um, thing to be able to help you bridge the gap so you can get to your goals and vision, right? Okay, let me stop sharing now. All right. And for me personally, like I said, I write them down in this journal. So I'm still actually going to go in and write down what I need to for all of my different aspects of life after we're off of the live. But I do want to go ahead and get into our daily gratitude and affirmations. And okay, I'm really excited because yesterday I was just literally being genuine and grateful and like, satisfied and content with what I was doing, um, even if it didn't look like something I should be doing, like, I was still very content and happy and good in dealing with it. Not dealing with it as in a bad way, but, like, dealing with it, like, ooh, like, in a good way. I'm dealing with it. Yeah. Um, so, hmm, okay. I feel kinda giddy. I'm actually very okay, so dreams. I do wanna talk about dreams. I feel like dreams, they definitely not only help us learn about ourselves and the world, but understand our, like, universe, like, the galaxy itself, I mean. So, yeah, I just feel like I'm about to let's write a gratitude down because I'm very grateful to be able to dream and dream in color, like Miss Carey. What she say? I dream in colors, sleeping here alone. Yeah, dream in color. I'm so glad to. Okay, first of all, colors. We did talk about colors the other day because I was very glad to be able to have sight and to be someone who could see colors because not everybody can see colors. There are people who are colorblind, babe. Like you can see colors. That's kind of crazy. If you think about the fact that some people literally can't see colors and then you look at colors, that's really crazy. That's wild. It's that's interesting. It's very interesting. But yeah. Um Dreams. I'm starting to get some dreams again. There was a moment where I wasn't dreaming. Okay. Affirmation for today, or not affirmation, gratitude. Oh, what color did I leave off with yesterday? We're going to start this right. Black, because it goes black to blue. Okay. Gratitude. Okay, today's gratitude. And where's the blue? I am grateful for the visitors in my dreams. And I'm grateful to know when I'm dreaming. I am grateful for the visitors. The beneficial, let me be clear. Beneficial visitors, benefactory, not even benefactory, benevolent. That's the word I'm looking for. Benevolent. There we go. I am grateful for the benevolent visitors in my dreams and the fact that I know when I am dreaming. I feel like it makes the dream better when you know you're dreaming. Okay. Affirmation. Affirmation. Okay. What affirmation today? Oh no. Oh, today's tea is it was like a ginger black tea that I mixed with some cherry herbal tea and then chopped up some ginger, some fresh ginger into. So it's like a fruity, the ginger is not really gingering. It's more like a, ooh, what's the extra ingredient? Like that. Yeah, the cherry is actually very strong. Not very strong, more like the cherry is the most prominent flavor. The cherry is the most prominent flavor. Okay. My affirmation for today, I trust myself. That's it. That's all I need today. I trust myself. That's it. That's all I need today. I trust myself. I'm grateful for the benevolent visitors in my dreams and the fact that I know when I'm dreaming. And I trust myself. Gratitude and affirmation for today. Boom. Okay. I hmm. Okay, there is something to share. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. So I want to talk a bit just briefly about um I know I talked about it yesterday a little bit, but I'd like to talk about it more. What we decide to share, just in not generally, but what we decide to share um, with people we don't know yet, whether it be on the internet, in person, what you decide to share with people you don't know yet. And I don't mean that only to say, like, stop sharing so much. No, I mean that there's a balance in sharing with people you don't know yet, essentially strangers. Um, there are times where strangers are the best people to help you with your problem because they have no ties to it. They have no um agenda around it. They don't even know all of the answers. They just know the scenario you put in front of them. I mean, they don't even know all of the like nuances to it. They just know what you put in front of them. So I think in terms of choosing what to share is a personal choice for sure. But once you've chosen to share certain things, it's it's like setting a standard basically. It's like setting a standard of saying, "Oh, these are the types of things I'll talk about." or these are the types of things I'll share. And for me personally, especially when I go out into public and I'm talking to strangers, it always bewildered me that random people would tell other random people, like in the grocery line, "Oh yeah, I'm going up to my cabin this weekend, and the whole family's gonna be gone, and we're actually we're from that area, and my grandma's name was this and this and this." It just kind of bewildered me a bit that people would just say a lot of things to people that they didn't know. And I always wondered not just why. I don't think I even ever wondered why. I think I understood that. I think the main thing I wondered was, how does that like feel safe to you? How does that actually make sense? Like, you don't think that there's some caution to be had here? And I am starting to believe, or not even starting to believe, I feel as though we are all a bit more in tune with energies than we want to admit. Even the people who are like, oh, energies aren't real. Like, I don't really like, no, I just deal in facts. But they're still the same people that talk about like vibes, or they'll be like, I didn't like that. And they'll give a fact, but it was really something, it was a feeling that made them be like, nah. And you trust your gut. If your gut tells you something, if your gut tells you you're in danger, most people are at least gonna listen to that. So I'm starting to understand that most people are more in tune with energy, and they tell other strangers things because they feel that the energy is okay and that they can tell that stranger something and they're not a weird stranger. So I think the point of me mentioning this is just that the intimacy of what you say and who you speak with has it, at least for a lot of people, it has to do with the energy you feel around you to be able to do so. So, with that being said, when it comes to these aspects of your life, there are different spaces that hold different energies that promote different actions. There are different people that hold different energies and promote different actions. And I know for sure, I already mentioned it, that, with a space that I'm in doesn't promote a certain level of, uh, not even support, but a certain level of space for me to be able to reach visions and goals for my nutrition, specifically. So, be sure when you're setting up these visions and goals and you're talking about bridging the gaps, you actually pay attention to the physical space you're in as well, because it has an energy that's going to influence your ability to do things. And yes, of course, there are ways to like, push through and like be disciplined about things. Um, However, if you're in a space or a home where like, oh, if you meal prep, people throw away your food, i.e., I'm talking about myself, then you know that you can't actually spend all of your resource and energy doing something that would actually help you, because in the long run, the space and the energy surrounding you doesn't promote that action. It actually promotes something that's detrimental to you. So, just be sure that you understand the physical space you're in, the physical people you're around as well, when you're setting these goals, visions, and you're actually looking for a way to bridge the gap. Because setting yourself up for something that has limits on it based on things that are out of your control is going to leave you feeling definitely disappointed, and you're going to beat yourself up about it because you feel like you're the one that had control over everything when you actually at the very beginning forgot to take into account the things that you don't have control over. There are things you don't have control over. You have to take those into account and then exert or utilize the power that you do have over the rest of the things you can control. So, yeah, that's that. I didn't even realize that was gonna turn into that. I was like, where am I going with this? But that's what that means. That's what that was. Um, Anything else for today? Honestly, I feel like we're doing pretty well. Today is the day, the first day that won't be like up for very long. I'm going to leave it for 24 hours so most people can see it. After that, it will be put on like private, not even unlisted. So you can't sit here and save the link and then think you can visit again. Mm-mm. This is literally just for live viewers. And day 8, I'm allowing the first 24 hours of people to be able to watch just so that they know the next few days, like all the rest of the 30 days are live only. I won't even have them replay, but I will take different shorts and TikToks from it to upload onto the channel so that people can still see the daily challenge and they can still implement it, and they'll know how to implement it. So, with all that being said, thank you for joining. This is day 8 of the 30-day Get Ready for Change challenge, the free version, okay, babe? Because there is a different version, which is a full workbook. This is an intense, in-depth, like you're really switching up your life. The free 30-day Get Ready for Change challenge is here to help you build habits. It's here to help you hone in on yourself, start trusting the feelings and thoughts that come out. This workbook is here to literally give you a plan on how to actually turn your life around. It's here to actually help you see where things need to change in your life, how you can change those things in your life. And it comes with, different resource pages in the back. There are journal pages where you can write things down. There's a tracker in here as well. Where'd it go? There's how to analyze. It'll literally tell you how to analyze in here, and help you break it down by part, by each individual day, by each individual question on each day. With the workbook, there's more than one question per day. I would allot more like an hour a day to doing this. The 30-day Get Ready for Change free version, you could do in like 15 to 30 minutes a day if you really want to like shrink it down. I still suggest spending an hour on yourself a day. Like if you can spend an hour doing, I'm sure there's something a lot of us are doing that we feel like we're spending too much time on, or we feel like we can take a step back from. 30 minutes to an hour on yourself daily is not too much to ask. Is it? Yeah. But yeah, there's a tracker in the back. I believe I showed that already, how to analyze. And I have different pages in here where we um you actually input like some of your own adjectives. So you have a full like monthly mantra once you hit part 3. Um Yeah, this is a very in-depth, intense workbook. It's a very deep shadow workbook, honestly. And it's here to literally help you set yourself up to change your life. It's here to help you give yourself a path to actually shine light on that path and to say, this is the path I'm taking, this is why, this is how, this is even when. Well, not even almost win. It'll help you start figuring out when, but the real win is this my life planner and journal. And this is where the daily reset worksheet comes from. There's the free daily ugh, the free daily reset worksheet in the description box. You can click that now and actually download it. It is just a worksheet that allows you, I'll show you guys now. It just allows you to be able to reset your day, give yourself an agenda, actually set up, you know, plans for the day so that you can execute. Here we go. I can show you really quickly. This is the daily reset worksheet, and it comes inside of this My Life Planner. Um, the My Life Planner is a quarterly planner. You go and basically reverse engineer a quarterly or yearly goal, really, to be able to get what things you do on a daily basis. This is definitely helpful for people who have more freedom in their time, or they just really need to like break down how their days actually go. Definitely good for entrepreneurs, people who are freelancers, people who just literally like you feel like life is kind of like there's so much happening, but you can't see it. It's not organized. Like this is also for you. So definitely head to the website. The My Life Planner isn't on the website as of yet. It will be up shortly, but you can check out the Get Ready for Change 30-day workbook as well as a mindfulness color book on the website. Um, and I can show you guys that as well, just so you can see it. The description for the website is it's the same link as the worksheet. So you can just click that link and explore the website through there as well. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah. This is the page that you'll get to if you click on the um if you click on shop and you're looking for the Get Ready for Change 30-day workbook. Okay. If you want to join more of the conversations that are more intimate and definitely more controlled in terms of like, I definitely delete comments or don't even allow comments that are just animosity or they're not being understanding. This is the blog post that's currently up right now. You can go on and answer what change are you making in your life right now. You can even read my little post that I have. Yes. So definitely go in and do that. If you want to make sure that you're following along with this 30-day challenge without having to be on the live, you can go to Pampered and Luxed on Instagram or just click the link in the description below. It's also there and you can see it here as well. Every single day is posted. I post the day on Instagram after I've gone live. So the live people get it first, then it goes Instagram, and then TikToks and shorts and things. I'm actually delaying about a week or two. So I won't actually post day one, the shorts, until we get to like day 10 to 14 of the lives. Like this is going to be the lives are very exclusive, y'all. So if you're here for the live, then honestly, I don't need like, wow, I'm proud of you. First of all, I'm proud of you because not only have you started before everybody else and you're already at 25% of the way done, but thank you for finding me and thank you for choosing this journey for yourself so soon without so many like prompts and things. Like, wow. Yeah. You're doing a great job. Are you like, have you seen how much you've done so far? And I'm sure you've started to rethink different things in your life. You may even have a different perception of something already just based off of our question where we talked about and reframed fears. I believe that was day 5 or 6. Yeah. So definitely proud, definitely happy for y'all, definitely satisfied, definitely giving. Like it's giving. I'm happy. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. That's all. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is get ready for change. Like, are you ready? Because this is what we're getting ready for. The change, the transformation. Because also transformation isn't it's not all fun and games. It's a little weird, a little icky. The monarch butterflies are coming through right now, and some of the solo strays have come through like really early. And I've seen a chrysalis already. And I was like, oh, what you sir? But the chrysalis is all a chrysalis like seems really cute on the outside, but when you actually think about the process, they literally they turn into this like this lump, right? This lump, and then they goo up on the inside. They literally turn into straight goo, into straight just biological goo. And then the goo turns from caterpillar into butterfly, right? That is crazy. That's wild. But it's also not comfortable. I'm sure that that butterfly, first of all, isn't even conscious for all that. So the transformation may seem like, oh my God, where did it go? Which is why we start writing things down. It's why we start journaling. It's why we process through writing so that we can go back after the transformation, because during the transformation is real confusing. It's real interesting. It's real different because you don't even know what's going on. Up is down and down is up because things are changing. So definitely give yourself grace if you feel confused or like there's two different versions of yourself trying to compete to be here. It's okay. It is definitely normal. Like, or not even normal, as in like, it's more, it's expected. It makes sense. That makes sense. It's okay. Don't freak out. Don't freak out more because it's just part of the process. It's part of the process. And you're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. So, but why is this giving me Star Trek vibes, Captain? Okay, anyways, let me focus. Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for doing this for you. You completed day 8, like I said.